Hey Mob, it is Sunday, the 5th of January. We are at the end of the first week. Well, it was the cusp of the last week of 2024 and the first week of 2025. How are you feeling? How's all the things? I just did a big workout, so I've got all the endorphins running and I'm on country, so you will hear or see some speedboats in the background. And I still felt called to record this here and now. And I wanted to check in with my community across all my platforms and in my Warrior Heart community around how has this first week landed for you? How have you started 2025? Have you started grounded in yourself, in your dreaming, in your beliefs, in your values? Have you started your week in alignment with what you want the year to be? Do you have clarity and direction on who you want to become this year? Who you need to become in order to have the year that you want to have, that you feel called to have, or that you need to have? Do you know what shit or ish you have been avoiding in 2024? What mess you have brought over from 2024? Things that you did not address in 2024 that are going to impact your 2025 and beyond if you do not show up and deal with them. Whether it's your health, your mindset, your relationships, your finances, avoiding your dreams, avoiding a difficult conversation. There's always an area that we avoid or that is blocking us from our next level. And I'm so excited to be here because this week I launched my Warrior Heart community. I showed up almost every day online. I attended to my health and fitness. The ish that I avoided was getting clear on my 2025 plan and vision out of my head and on paper and into a plan, into my calendar. What does the revenue and the numbers look like? And I avoided my numbers and cleaning my house. So those were the things that I avoided that are getting in the way of me showing up fully and showing into and being into my warrior heart. And yet my life is full. I am rebuilding from the ground up. I'm focused on building sustainable and stable foundations in 2025 to be the foundations and what I do in the next 3 to 6 months to be the launching pad for what I'm going to do for the next 5 to 10 years. So hustle and heart are my energy, are my vibe for the year. Reclamation, dreaming, breathing and believing, and laying the warrior heart all on the line. So these are my focus. This is where I'm starting from, and ensuring that all I do, all that I'm being about and how I'm showing up is in alignment and honoring of my own health and well-being, considering the year that I had last year in my mental health, my children, and ensuring that my children are not only physically beneficiaries of what I'm doing, but they feel a part of the vision. They feel a part of my life, and that I'm a part of their life, and that we're doing this together. That Kilalana and the Warrior Heart and the Barkindji Warrior all weave together to honor each other. So this is my week. What I'm doing this week is to get really, really super clear on what is the dreaming, what is the vision, what is the plan and the strategy for 2025. What are my numbers that I need to bring in order to be able to be full-time in my business, take care of my family, and have some room to move in that and be self-sustaining. And what does the actions look like? So then breaking that down, like what are the aspirations? What's the vision? What's the dreaming? What's the calling for 2025? And then working backwards from there. What's the numbers? What are the actions? And then breaking it down to the next 90 days and the next 30 days in my revenue, in my actions, and in my habits. So what does that look like for you? Like, what are you working towards? Who are you being in your own world? And how do you need to show up? What needs to change for you? What do you need to start doing? What do you need to stop doing? How are you hurting yourself? How are you contributing to your own trauma, to your own blockages, to your own pain? And what are you avoiding? And then what calls you, what excites you, what wakes you up? Because the energy is there for a reason. Because when we are activated, when we feel alive and happy, and we know that we have a direction. We might not know the end destination, but we have a direction, and we take the next step. The journey will reveal itself as we take our steps. And for me, that's how I've lived. That's how I've unfolded all of my dreaming, from my degrees to my family to going from suicide to world champion. So here's what I'm working on right now is my book, Warrior Heart, Suicide to World Champion, which will be coming out in July 1st, 2025. I will be creating a course around this. I will be creating live webinars every month, and I will be posting a way for people to purchase copies and to get on board, that if they purchase a copy now and they come on board, that there will be special offers for them to get behind the scenes content, behind a private podcast that is attached to my book. And this will be one way that people can work with me in 2025. So I have my event coming up on the 11th of January and the 1st of February, the Empowered Warrior Heart, which is a gathering and ceremony for women to explore what does being empowered in the warrior heart mean for them in their own life. We'll be looking at self-protection concepts and practices, and self-protection as opposed to self-defense is that you believe in yourself and you have your voice, you have boundaries, and you have ways, tools and mindsets to believe that you are worthy of standing up for, and you have a direction for how you're going to begin that journey. It's more of a seed planting exercise, and it's about putting a space, creating a space and putting a message out into the world of empowerment, sovereignty, self-determination, and being proactive in our own self-worth, in our own journey. Self-defense is about waiting for an event, waiting for someone else to attack you. Self-protection is believing that you are worth defending in the first place, that you are empowered, that you are strong, that you are deadly, and setting yourself up so that if something happens, you are prepared. You believe in yourself and you have skills and strategies and tools to lean on, whether it be intimate relationships, external relationships, work relationships, or environments. So the ways that you can work with me, just to reiterate, is I'm offering one-to-one sessions around mentoring and coaching, small group and one-to-one. I will have my events coming up, which will be both online and live and in person, and coming across different places to Australia and hopefully internationally this year, which will be the Empowered Warrior Heart. My story, my public speaking. So if you're looking for an empowered keynote speaker on mental health, empowerment, women, living out your purpose and your dreaming, resilience and courage, or First Nations principles and practices, I'm your woman. And my Warrior Heart community, come over and check out my Warrior Heart community. And what we are doing over there is creating a sacred space and ceremony for people who are already warrior hearts in their own life, or people who feel the need to become warrior hearts in their own life. Stand in your power, be your truth, and follow your heart. My book is coming out in July 2025, of which I will be attaching different tiers of opportunities and invitations to work with me in alignment with that book, which will be a private group, private podcast, early release, access to insider knowledge, and access to other benefits and rewards if you jump on board and support the journey of the Suicide to World Champion Warrior Heart book coming out into the world. So I am so excited. What are you doing to show up for yourself and to show up into your full power, your potential, and your purpose in 2025? For me, it is to be grounded in culture, ancestrally guided and dreaming led, into bringing the warrior heart into the world in a way that honors my health and well-being, my children, allows me to take care of my family, and is co-created into the world and the people who feel called to connect with it. If this has resonated with you in any way, please get in contact, DM, comment, share, reach out, join my community, hit me up for a session, or come and check out my live sessions this year. Big love you, mob.